Hello, very spontaneous video. It's currently 5 a.m. as I'm recording this on a Saturday morning. I have not been to sleep in a while, but somehow I still have the energy to make a video. And I just wanted to discuss something that I've been thinking about for the majority of the day. To start with, my day today was go to the hospital to get some blood tests done. Don't worry, nothing serious, just routine. I have blood tests done basically every few weeks. I may make a video in the future about why I have to go to the hospital so often, although I think I've done something in the past, maybe. It'll exist somewhere on social media. Then after I had my blood tests, I just kind of wandered around the city, and in a weird way, I felt very free, I guess. And that's because my redundancy pay came in for the job that I was just, made redundant from, the graphic design position. It was a nice chunk of money, went into my bank. My YouTube payment will go in soon, I think. And then I did a couple freelance pieces and sold a few Pokemon cards and things. And I now have the most amount of money I've had in my bank account for many, many years. My bank account is almost 5 digits high right now, which hasn't happened since before I bought my house. And I know that it won't last, and I know that my money right now is only depreciating rather than increasing. But it's just a weird feeling that I wanted to discuss. I think the reason I'm up at this time, just talking and making videos. I was in a group chat with some friends. I went and played darts. I have a dartboard in my kitchen. I walked outside at 4 in the morning because it was nice and bright outside. It was just a weird feeling. And the best way to describe these things are the feeling of the freedom of time and financial freedom. And those two things combined are making me right now the happiest I've been in a very long time. It's a weird situation because it's because I lost my job, and the money that I have is not to be played with. It is there to keep me living the life I have until I find a new position, or the off chance YouTube kicks off. And it's just, I wanted to talk about it. It's like I was walking around the city earlier today. And it was like just the freedom of being able to go into any shop or store if you're American and buy anything that I wanted, knowing that I had the money to do that if I so pleased. Obviously, would be a dumb financial decision given my situation, but walking around and knowing that I had that, and then the security of if something goes wrong, I have enough money to get myself back to point A, which is my house. I've always liked that feeling of if I go on holiday somewhere, or if I just travel within the UK, or if something needs repairing, like my boiler breaks or something like that, or I need some new monitors, or anything like that happens, that I have the financial freedom that would allow me to not really stress or worry about those things. And in the back of my head, I know that I could get myself out of those situations. It's like that creates peace of mind. And the freedom of having all the time in the world, because I no longer have a job, paired with that, makes me the happiest I've been in a very long time, as I said. It's just such a weird feeling that I want to discuss. It's like those two things are two things that you can never really have simultaneously. A lot of people say this. You can't have money and time. You can have tons of money, but as a result, you'll have no time in the world. Or you can have all the time in the world, but as a result, you have absolutely no money. And for a brief moment in my life right now, a very, very brief moment, I have both of those things. And it's just such a weird and calming and relaxing feeling to have. And it just made me realize, this is the life that I want to achieve. I want a life where I'm on my own schedule, the freedom of time, a schedule where I don't have to get up at 6 in the morning to get to an office for 9 o'clock, to then finish work at 5:30, get a train to get home and get home at 7 p.m. and be absolutely exhausted I remember when that was my life. Obviously, my job that I just lost was remote work. It was work from home for the most part. But before that, it was an all in the office scenario. And it was so much worse. You know, you'd feel drained, exhausted. All you wanted to do after that shift in the office was eat some food and go to bed. And you'd rinse that day on repeat. And this is how many people's lives are, and they just accept it. I'm not one of those people. I strive to have a life like I have right now, but with money coming in. There is one thing missing from my life right now, and it is money going into my bank account on a regular basis, you know? That is the one thing I'm missing right now. But you can't achieve it unless I sacrifice the time. If I get a job that brings in money, I sacrifice having time to make the money I need. So yeah, the only way possible for me to have both of these things would be to do content creation or own my own business, do freelance. That is the only way that I would still consider myself having the freedom of time, because I'd be on my own time, I'd set my own hours, and financial freedom. Yeah, a weird topic that I just wanted to discuss. It feels very, very self-explanatory. I'm sure a lot of people feel this way, but I just wanted to, to talk about it, to discuss it. There's only a few other times in my life where I've felt this way. Two, in fact. One was when I was saving to buy my house. I saved up almost to the point where I had almost 30,000 in the bank a few years ago, which was when I was saving for a deposit on my house. Then obviously that money went, as I put that into a deposit on my house. And the only other time was about a year after I bought my house. I had a jewellery business that I worked on in my spare time. You know that time that I had spare that I mentioned in my video about losing my job, where everyone was like, I can't believe you didn't do anything with the extra hours you had in a day. No, I did. For any of those people who are watching this, I had a jewellery business that turned 5 figures in the course of 18 months with no experience dealing with jewellery at all. So that's what I was doing. And I also worked 2 jobs. I was a video editor and a graphic designer for 2 separate companies. So I had a lot of money coming in. And yeah, that's the only other time that I felt this sense of financial freedom and also somewhat the freedom of time, because the graphic design position that I had, they were very lenient with the hours that I would work from home, and the video editor position was complete leniency in the structure was just, here's a deadline for this video that needs editing. As long as you get it done before that deadline, we don't care if it was done at 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 9 in the morning, 9 in the afternoon, whatever it may be. Just do it before the deadline. And that's what I really, really strive to have, a schedule where it's set at on my own time. As long as something's completed by a deadline, nothing else matters. And that is what I would consider the freedom of time. So, yeah. That's that. That's today's video. I don't know if there's anything else to discuss in that. I guess I could give you all a very short job update thing. I had a call today with somebody who I believe I've been in touch with before, but not too much. He's essentially a recruiter in a way. He's like, he has an agency that will help you get graphic design positions. Apparently very good at his job, because I know a few people that work at the company that I used to work at that got there through him. So yeah, he said there's a graphic design position pretty much 20 minutes from where I used to work, so my commute would be almost identical. Yeah, it's not a digital based design role, though. I believe they are much more campaign print based, so maybe things such as posters or billboard things. I'm not sure. Campaign design is not something I've really dove into before. I probably don't meet the job spec, and I don't expect anything to come of it. However, I do believe that I can pick things up very quickly, because I have done many aspects of design. I've done UI UX, I've done web and print, I've done email, I've done social media, I've done a little bit of advertising stuff. I've done wireframes. I've done app design. You know, like I've done many different aspects of design. So I believe that I could pick it up very easily. So that's where I'm at. That's the closest I've been yet to receiving any interviews or anything. Hopefully I get one. I had another email about maybe 10 hours ago or something from another potential middleweight designer role, which I believe would be like either the same role I was at, or maybe it would be a step down. But the salary expectation is more than what I was on before, which would be nice. So I'm waiting to potentially hear from them after I get back. I need to just message them and tell them, you know, I 100% want to go for the role. Here's more information about me, and we'll see where that one goes. So there's a couple things in the works. I have started to ramp it up, as I said I would do, sticking to my word. The month of May, I focused on YouTube a lot because it went well. I had basically secured an extra month by making revenue from YouTube and things. Now that started to die down a little bit. The channel went from getting anywhere between 10 to 50,000 views on a video to now getting like 1 to 3,000 views per video. So that's dying down. It's becoming very clear that YouTube will not be my immediate full-time job. Hopefully in the future it can be if I continue building the channel. But, you know, I decided now is the time for the month of June to ramp up the applications for the design stuff. So I'll make sure to keep you all updated now and again on, you know, what's going on with the job hunting stuff. So yeah, random thoughts and an update. There's today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. No idea what it's going to be. No idea when or what, but I'm sure I'll think of something because I have like 10 ideas. So yeah. Alright, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Do the usual stuffs, you know, the liking, the commenting, the subscribing. Actually, speaking on the subscribing, I did that thing that every YouTuber does, where they check how many people that watch our videos are actually subscribed versus how many people are not. And only 8.9% of the people watching my videos are subscribed, which is insane, but it makes sense because my losing my job video has like 800,000 plus views, and I have 19,000 subs. Just makes me think, like, damn, if I could somehow encourage some more of those people to to subscribe, I could maybe have 30 to 40,000 subs right now. God damn it. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, I'm kidding, you don't have to. Please do. Alright, thanks for watching, goodbye.